During my years in the corporate life, I built a lot of things for a lot of businesses. But one everlasting truth is that nothing I built was ever intended to last. At best, my work lasted about 5 years before the technology was replaced, making all my hard work evaporate like a fog in a warm fall day. That is life in the technology world. The things that do resonate with me are the things that I have made with my hands and the relationships in my life. Those things are of the greatest value. Like a shelf I made when I was in high school. A shelf that I see every day filled with the keepsakes and reminders of the important things in my life. I can honestly say that I have always been envious of people whose skills and professions produce something of worth and value. My grandfather built houses as a general contractor all his life, and his work is visible every day and every time I drive past the homes that he built. My father, who left a job in the sawmill to build a career in the California Highway Patrol, is also an example, as he can look back and see the lives that he has saved over the years of service. My sister is a teacher who has thousands of students that have gone on to make their mark in the world, that she can also point towards as showing her results and her efforts have paid off. There is nothing that I've built in my career that I can honestly look back at later and show friends and family and say, you know what, I made that. Instead, I always felt I was working towards someday. And then one day while on a business trip, I was told a story that really hit home for me. There was an American businessman who was sitting on a pier in a small coastal Mexican village when a small boat with just one fisherman docked. Inside the boat were several large yellowfin tuna. The American complimented the fisherman on the quality of his fish and inquired as to how long it took him to catch them. The fisherman replied, "Oh, only a little while." The American then asked, "Why don't you stay out a little longer and catch more fish?" The fisherman responded, "This is more than enough to support my family. Why would I stay out any longer?" "But what do you do with the rest of your time?" the American asked. To that the fisherman said, "I sleep late, I play with my children, and I take siestas with my wife, Maria. Then, if I feel like it, I stroll into the village where I sip wine and play guitar with my amigos."
A little bit of wind, man. A little bit of wind.
I'm a busy guy. Unimpressed, the American scoffed, "I have an MBA. I can help you do the things right. You should spend more time fishing. With the proceeds of the extra cash, invest in a bigger boat. With the proceeds from a bigger boat, you invest in several boats. Eventually, you'd have an entire fleet. Instead of selling your catch to a middleman, you would sell directly to a producer. Then one day you could acquire your own cannery. You would control the product, the process, and the distribution. Of course, you would need to leave the small coastal village and move to a big city to run your expanding enterprise." The fisherman paused and thought, and then asked, "How long will all this take?" To which the American replied, 15 to 20 years. "But what then?" asked the fisherman. The American triumphantly laughed and said, "That's the best part. When the time is right, you would announce an IPO and sell your company stock to the public. You would become extraordinarily rich, in fact, a millionaire." "After I'm a millionaire, then what?" asked the fisherman. The American proudly stated, "Then, well, you would live a good life. You would be so rich you could retire and move to a small coastal village. You would be wealthy enough to sleep late fish a little, play with your children, and take siestas with your wife every single day. And if you wanted, every evening you could stroll in the village and sip wine and play guitar with your amigos. You would never have to work again. You start asking yourself, what's the point of all this? Make money, provide for a family, be a good parent, take a vacation a few times a year, vote, be a good neighbor. All for what? Then the search for new opportunities, a change of scenery, a new Corvette set in. Maybe if I just change a few things, I can regain the happiness of my youth. I remember so well all the free time, the parties, the friends, the high life. Yes, that's the answer. If I could only travel backwards in time and recreate a lifetime of freedom. And so the seeking for meaning continues. It has to be somewhere out there, beneath the pale blue sky. Then we find it doesn't work, so we start our internal search. What I found is joy in my experience, the happiness of family and friends, and the everlasting pride of my accomplishments. And, in the end, I have a new roof.
I've been lying here for too long. I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through. I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head. But it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead. My breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. I've been staring at the ceiling, I've been staying up all night. Everything I ever worked for vanished in the blink of an eye. I've been asking every question, 'cause I haven't got a clue. Why's it gotta be me? What the hell am I supposed to do? I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. And I know there's so much more to this life, but it's hard to see it clearly. Yeah, I try my best, but nothing turns out right. God, I need you now so dearly, 'cause I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can. I ain't got nothing left. Nothing left. Nothing left.
original estimate was around $9,200 to do the roof, from tear down to underlayment to putting on the actual new roof, and we managed to complete this all together for about $2,030. So doing it yourself is a major key if you have the time and energy and the materials to access it, but all in all,